month of June is over. We're now headed into July. But before we do that, we got to talk about everything I watched in the month of June. Not just new releases, everything. I'm excited. Let's do this. What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to my channel. A little different thing we're doing this time around. I normally always rank every new release I saw at the end of the month, but this time I watched so many movies and a couple of bit of shows. I want to talk about all of them just a little bit. We're going to talk about all of them here right now. I have about 16 movies to talk about, a couple TV shows. Excited for all of it, but let me know what you guys watched this month down below in the comment section. Lots of shows, from Loki to iCarly to lots of great movies to F9. Fast 9. My goodness, we're gonna talk about all of it. I'm excited about it. These are in no particular order, from rewatching or watching for the first time or new releases. It's kind of going for it here. So first up, I watched F9, and this is one of the worst movies I've seen this year. As a die-hard Fast fan, it really breaks my heart to say that, but John Cena coming in as Dom's brother, I was skeptic, but I didn't know I should be this skeptic. It's not done well whatsoever. John Cena being one of the better actors in the movies is really saying something. This movie just falls flat on the family aspect because he's literally Dom's family and they're not together. The reason they give for it kind of makes sense, but also it really takes away from everything going on in the movie, especially all the big action we're trying to get. The action fell off, and this time it is just really out there. These movies are always out there, but this time it's really far out there. It's a lot. They're invincible, apparently. Cannot stand that movie. I don't want to rewatch it. Probably will not. My least favorite of the Fast franchise. Then we have Fatherhood by Kevin Hart, and honestly, I really did enjoy this one quite a bit. I put a smile on my face. It is a little cheesy and very predictable at times, but definitely makes you feel good by the end. Rips your heart out emotionally towards the beginning. By the end of the film, you have a smile on your face, and Kevin Hart didn't know he had it in him to give us emotional performance, but he does, and he does really good. A 4 out of 5 stars for me. Definitely check this one out over on Netflix. Then I watched Luca. June was a very disappointing month for movies, and Luca falls right in that category. Pixar were always expecting big and great things, but I went into this just expecting a movie, a good movie, maybe a bad movie. I was went in with really no expectations because I wasn't all that excited for it, and I was extremely let down. A 3 out of 5 star. That's kind of being nice to it. The first hour was just really pointless. They're just trying to get a Vespa, and the last 30 minutes really finds that Pixar magic, grabs you in, makes you feel so good. It makes you smile, might make you cry, but the first hour really drags, and a lot of people are loving it. Top 10 Pixar. It is a bottom tier Pixar movie for me. And my buddy Chris from Film Stock said this. He said, if this is a regular animation studio that made this, no one would really be talking about it, because it's Pixar, everyone is. I kind of agree with them. That's just me. Don't get mad at us. But anyways, moving on. Then I did a little bit of a Pixar rewatch. We're watching some Pixar movies that I haven't watched in some time, and we started with Inside Out. I cannot believe how much fun I had watching this one on this rewatch. I've only seen it one other time besides this. I wasn't the biggest fan. Rewatching it, it's safe to say I really did enjoy this one. A 4 out of 5 Pixar movie for me. The character's sadness, she's so freaking irritating throughout this film, but by the end of it, it makes you feel really good. And my goodness, when Bing Bong says,
"Take her to the moon for me, okay?"
I don't care who you are. It's going to make you cry. My tears, they started flowing. Now I am going to front. Then I watched A Bug's Life. Haven't watched this one in 10 plus years, maybe since like daycare days. And I gotta say, this one really surprised me on a rewatch. I really loved it. Flick is a great character, and Hopper is one of the better Pixar villains. The score is great. Sounds a little bit like a Toy Story score, but I really love the aspect ratio of like ants and bugs compared to like grass. I love that about it. I thought it was so creative and inventive, and when I went to Bugs Land in Disneyland, that's what it felt like, and I didn't really know why, because I hadn't seen the movie in so long. But anyways, Bug's Life is really, it's overhated and it's really underrated. Really did like it, and I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. Then moving on, I watched The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I am a die-hard Conjuring fan. We're going to talk about the other two just here in a second. But The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It just didn't work all that well, mainly because James Wan was missing. There's still some enjoyable things here that had a really interesting story. Ed and Lorraine Lauren are such interesting people, and they're really interesting characters, and they're played really well, but James Wan's missing to really capture it, and this one is boring, and it really lacks the scares, and I wanted a lot more from it. But The Conjuring 2 is awesome. One of my favorite horror sequels of all time, possibly one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's a little bit long. It kind of seems to drag on about 25 minutes to a little too long, because it is 2 hours and 26 minutes. Should have been right around the 2 hour mark, but this one's definitely scarier than the first Conjuring. This one just gave me the heebie-jeebies. They're now in London, and man, oh man, my fingers were over my eyes, and I was terrified. Really, really good horror sequel. Did a lot of things the first one did right, but also did a lot of things different that I really did enjoy. Then we have The Conjuring, the first one of my favorite horror movies of all time, probably a top 5 favorite horror movie for me all time. I absolutely love this film, and there's so many things I love about it. I can't talk all about it all in here, but James Wan to me is the best horror director of all time, over Wes Craven and over John Carpenter. Shoot me all you want. To me, James Wan is the best horror director of all time. I'm willing to fight people on it. Anyways, moving on to Fast and Furious rewatch. I watched Fast 5, and easily it is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Have so much fun with this one, and the addition of Dwayne Johnson as Hobbs is the perfect thing to do with a franchise like this, bringing the biggest, baddest guy in Hollywood to do it. And they did, and it works so well. They're smashing people with a safe, and man, oh man, I love it. I just have so much fun with it. And the one-on-one fight between Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson, and you're telling me that ain't one of the best fight scenes of all time? You're lying. It is. It's so dang good. ASMR for you. Then I watched Furious 7. Haven't rewatched this one in a couple years, and I enjoy it. I don't love it. I really wish I did. The last 2 minutes really break your heart out. Don't play that. Don't play it. But I have so much fun going back and rewatching this one. This one seems a little bit long at times. Another movie directed by James Wan. I'm on a James Wan hype this month. But a very good movie, and it's the last we got to see Paul Walker. Rest in peace, that beautiful man. It hits you and it feels the last 2 minutes, especially. One of the best songs of all time. Then we were moving on to another new release, The Ice Road, starring Liam Neeson. I wanted to like this one, and I knew we were going to get a cliche movie, but I didn't know it was going to be this routine cliche. Only question I have, Liam Neeson, what happened to you, man? I mean, you used to be like one of the better working actors in Hollywood. You were Aslan from Narnia. That lion, that was him. I will find you, and I will kill you. You're the freaking Taken guy. Dude, I think you won an Oscar for Schindler's List. All I'm asking is, what happened to you? Because every time we see you now, it's a mediocre movie left and right. That's just me. Hate on me all you want. But then this upcoming this week, I believe in a couple days, the new Purge movie, the Forever Purge, comes out. So I've been rewatching the Purge movies because I absolutely love this franchise. And the first Purge, not the Purge, not the first Purge, but the Purge. I know it's confusing, but the Purge, the first movie of the franchise. I rewatched it. I love it. If it's a horror movie, I love it as a horror movie. If it's an action movie, I love it as an action movie. If it's a suspense movie, which I think it works best as a suspense movie, I love it as that. Lena Headey and Ethan Hawke are great in this. I totally forgot they were in this, except for when I rewatched it. I was like, wow. They are so dang good in this. I love that everything takes place in one location, and they come in after the home. What do? You go balls to the wall to defend it. The little boy in this is so dang irritated, and he freaking killed his own dad, basically. What a dick. Anyways, moving on to The Purge Anarchy, probably top 20, 25 favorite movie of all time for me. If you didn't know this, I'm a diehard Frank Grillo fan, and he plays Crossbones in the MCU. A lot of people know him from that. I first saw him in Warrior. He played Coach Frank Campana, and man, oh man, he's great. But he's in The Purge Anarchy, and what this one does really well is it takes its time in the beginning to really kind of set up the 3 different storylines going on, so they can all then meet. It's awesome. It is epic. It is action-packed to the next level, and Frank Grillo is one of the baddest-ass dudes working today in Hollywood. I absolutely love the man to death. Then rewatched probably a top 15 favorite movie of all time for me. One of my favorite romantic comedies of all time, Crazy Stupid Love. Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell, Emma Stone. I know one of my friends, Sasha, I think this is her favorite movie of all time. I got my buddy Chris from Filmstock to watch this, and he freaking loved it. It has one of the best plot twists in cinema history. It is one of the funniest movies of all time. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, I love them together. I ship them together. They are the best together, and I cannot wait to see, hopefully, them in a movie again together soon. This one's hilarious. It's dramatic. It hits you in the feels. By the end of the movie, you're just laughing. You have a smile on your face. It's so good. Why are we back doing ASMR? Anyways, I absolutely love Crazy Stupid Love. Then I watched Us Again. This is a little short film from Disney, and it's absolutely heartbreaking, and it's right before Raya and the Last Dragon in the theaters when I saw it, and it's one of the best short films I've ever seen in my life. It is so sweet and moving, and it just shows you that, like, you should never lose your youth, and don't just wait for the rain to kind of start dancing when they turn back to young. Never lose your youth. That was a tongue twister. Never lose your youth. There it is. Never lose your youth, and always be present in the moment, and don't shy away from doing things that make you smile, and don't turn away from your loved ones. I absolutely love this one. My buddy Ryan from Nerdy Blur posted about this on Letterboxd, and like saying how great it was, how much he cried. I rewatched it, and I was like, I haven't stopped thinking about it. One of the best short films I've ever seen in my life. Back to Pixar, I rewatched Up, because why not? Because Up's great, and I'm pretty sure Pete Docter did Up, did he?
Correct!
Top 10 Pixar for me, not top 5. But just when the balloons come out of the house, dude, it's literally like mesmerizing how that color ratio, that color scheme. Haven't rewatched Up in a while. Adventure is out there. Everyone talks about the first 10 minutes, but the whole hour and 48 minutes or whatever it is fantastic. Doug the dog is great. I just met you and I love you. What a great movie. It hits you in the feels and I freaking love it. Then I rewatched my favorite movie of the year for the 5th time, Cruella. And I watched this one probably 3 times in the month of June, and I watched it twice in the month of May. I absolutely love this movie. It's my favorite movie of the year. If you have not noticed, I am a diehard Emma Stone fan, my favorite working actress today. I think this movie, it just works on so many levels, from a punk rock ratio, from think of like Birds of Prey meets Devil Wears Prada, and that's what you get with this film. I love the soundtrack. I love the costume design. I love the production design. I love the characters. Wink! You're getting kissed right on the mouth. Don't care where it's been. I think these characters work really well. And I think Emma Thompson plays a great villain to Cruella. I love the fashion design. I love the fashion aspect. And I love Emma Stone. I'm just going to say it. It's my favorite movie of the year so far. I love everything about it. Craig Gillespie, you are a genius from I Taught You to This. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? Then, moving on to a show. Reboot? Why not? iCarly. Dude, I'm loving it so far. 4 episodes in by the time I'm filming this. By the time this is posted, the next one will be out. But I'm 4 episodes in. I absolutely love it. I have a review for the first 3 episodes. Missed episode 4. We'll probably be reviewing episode 5. I think this show is great. I'm so happy everyone's back. And Jerry Trainer as Spencer. We need him in more things. He's one of the funniest people on earth. Episode 4 was the best of the bunch. I thought it was hilarious. I loved every second of it. iCarly is back, baby. It makes me feel so good. Then, biggest disappointment of the month, Loki. I only watched the first episode of Loki, and I didn't even talk about it, and here I am talking about it. I was not a fan, and I have not gone to watch episode 2 or 3 by the time I'm filming this, so I'm sorry, but I probably will not be rewatching or watching Loki anytime soon. I wish I would. I wish I liked it, but I'm just that guy who doesn't. I'm a Marvel hater. Well, say what you want. What did you guys watch this month? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. There's a lot on this list. It's not even everything I watched. I forgot a couple things. Follow me over on Letterboxd. I'll link it down below in the description, just so you guys can follow what I watch every week, every day, whatever. I kind of try to review everything I watch over there. This is everything I watched in the month of June. For the most part, let me know what you guys watch down below in the comment section. Lots more content coming this week. Excited for all of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Thumbs up button. Hit that for me. Hit that subscribe button. You can headbutt it if you want. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.